Hi everyone, welcome on board. This is Anisha here. Please make sure you watch this video right till the end. It's one of the most important videos to make sure you do not make any mistakes in your CAT application form. Please note, anything and everything you submit now in the application form is what will go to your all IIMs and all the colleges which you apply. So ensure there are no blunders, silly mistakes done in this application form. Hence, I will guide you stepwise where and how you have to go ahead with the complete registration process. Okay. Some important dates which you should remember. CAT is on 26th of November 2023, Sunday, where we will have 3 slots, morning, afternoon and evening slot. Your application registrations are open till 13th September 5 p.m. Please don't wait for the last date. It's always a very bad decision to wait till the last minute. So do it much prior. Your admit card will be available from 25th of October onwards. Okay. That is the most important date to remember. Now, if you will see, you have to go, it's a 3-step process, the entire thing. First, you are going to register yourself on the IIM CAT website. Then you will log in and you will go ahead and submit your entire application form. Okay. So this is a 3-step simple process. First thing what you're going to do is go to imcat.ac.in. This is how your entire website looks like. Here you will see 3 different tabs right at the start, which you can see new written onto it. Please note the first 2 are important for you as a student. The third one is an application process for non-IIM colleges to accept CAT exam. So it's not meant for students. You have to only focus on the new candidate registration. The first time when you're registering, you will go here. Click on the new candidate registration process. Once you click on the new candidate registration, you will first see a set of instructions with respect to the browsers which you can use. Please remember, you cannot use Safari. You have to use Mozilla, Google Chrome, Microsoft Edge to fill the complete application form. Otherwise, it is not compatible. Even on iOS, you have to make sure you get in Chrome or Microsoft Edge and use the same for the entire application process. Okay. Once you have started that, when you click on the register, after the instructions, there are some important things to keep in mind. The most important thing which you need to keep in mind is your user ID and password will be sent to you on your email. Please make sure you save it and keep. You remember the same, because your admit cards, your scorecard, everything for the further process, you need these details. So keep that safe. Okay. Then you will see the whole registration process. You have to enter your name, same as your 10th standard certificate, date of birth, email address and mobile number. The email address and mobile number has to be what is active and in hand with you right now, because you will be getting an OTP generated on the same. Once you have generated the OTP, you have to validate the OTPs and submit the form. Once you have submitted, and it will give you a checkbox option, like you can see, to check your details. So here, re-verify your name, phone number, date of birth and email address and submit. Once you have submitted, you will get your candidate details sent over on email that has your user ID and password. Once you are done with that, then you will go to your login once again. In your login, you will see your user ID and password. This user ID and password is available on your email. So you get a confirmation email which says your application is registered successfully. You have your user ID and the password available. Now what you have to do is the second tab on the imcat.ac.in. Go there. Now enter your user ID and password. Make sure when you are entering the details in your CAPTCHA form also, you will have to have case sensitive CAPTCHA available. So make sure you read it and fill it correctly. After you're filled with that, once you go in, you will see your applicant details. Here, your basic user ID, name, number, email address, date of birth is available. Then you have an option right on the top which says go to application. Click on the go to application. It will load your entire application. Now you have to make sure you enter the details step by step very correctly in each and every section. There are totally 6 sections to complete your entire application form. First one is your personal details. So in the personal details, you will enter your name, first name, middle name, father's name, guardian's name, all the details. Your personal details include your gender, nationality and category. Please note, when you select the category, based on the category you have selected, you will have to submit the required documents. So let's say if you're taking NC/OBC as your category, your certificate issue date, it's very important because your caste validity of the certificate is something which you need to check. Then you have to enter the state or union territory of your category, serial number, caste, tribe. Similarly, for SC/ST also, you have to choose the state, union territory of the category, serial number and caste, tribe. The serial number is available on your certificate. Please check that out. Okay. Once you have selected the category, you will have to, when you are uploading documents, you will have to submit that as well also as documents, scanned copy of it. Okay. Next comes our communication address. Communication address is where you will punch in your address details where you want any couriers to come in, your email address, alternate emails and emergency contact details. In emergency contact, please put your parents or elder sibling, someone who can help you and reach out to you. Alright, after you're done with these details comes our section to upload our documents. Very important, which everybody has to upload, is your photograph and your signature. The scanned copy of certificate for NC, OBC, EWS certificates, PWD certificate is if you have selected that category. For the photograph, please remember they have given sample photos and clear-cut strict instructions on what needs to be done. So you have to upload your recent photograph. It cannot be more than 6 months old. It has to be a clear photograph which is in white or off-white background. Please don't come back saying, ma'am, I submitted with a blue background, with a gray background. That's not acceptable. It has to be a white or an off-white background photograph. File supported is JPEG, so make sure you save it in JPEG format only. Okay, so ensure you keep that in mind. They should be clear photographs. They've given you the sample as well also, ones which are acceptable, ones which are going to be rejected. So accordingly you upload your CAT form में photographs. Same photo will come on your application admit card, application form and the scorecard as well also. Okay, once you have submitted all of these details, then it will take you to the next section, which is your academics section. Okay, so now that you have done submitting with your personal details, then comes our next section, which is academic details. So here you have to submit your entire academic details for 10th, 12th, graduation and masters if you have done any. Very important here that you need to keep in mind is 10th, 12th, whichever stream you have chosen, all the subjects have to be entered. So a lot of people have this doubt ki my university was accepting best of 5 when the final percentage was calculated. That's great, but here you have to submit all the subjects. It's clearly mentioned in the form. It has to be all the subjects, including the electives or optional subjects. So please ensure if you had 6 subjects, you enter all 6 marks and the aggregate percentage according to that. Okay. If you are from a board or a college or institute which does not give percentage, you need to find a CGPA to percentage conversion method for it. Usually the mark sheets or the grade sheets which you have, they have it in that itself, the details. If not, please reach out to your institutes, colleges and ask them to give you the conversion metrics for the same and they will help you out with it. Okay. Please ensure you take time and thoroughly read it. Enter all your exam marks, your scores properly. Okay. You will have to select the board which you belong to because that is very important. Here, while selecting the board, you might face difficulties. Sometimes it is not available. The board which you have taken or the institute or college, there's an option available of entering others. So make sure you choose others and you submit it with that. Okay. So please keep that in mind. While you're entering your percentage, your marks, your details, you have to keep in mind that you put in the correct and accurate information up to 2 decimal points. So that needs to be entered. If it is not there, you can round it off and submit it. Okay, you'll do the details, same details for your 10th and also for your 12th. For people who have given diploma, like for example, instead of 10th, you had taken up diploma course. So please select diploma in the option. Otherwise, you can select 10th and proceed ahead with the same itself. Okay, why this is important when you are entering your marks and your details? Please make sure you choose the stream, choose your subjects and everything very correctly, because based on this, you will be chosen into the category, which is in all the IIMs you have AC1, AC2, AC3, AC5 categories. So that selection is based on what you are entering in your CAT application form. So please keep that in mind and submit it thoroughly well. Okay. Now, like here, when you are submitting your college and institute details, if it is not available, please choose others and you can proceed ahead further to make sure you submit the form in time. Alright, after you're done adding your graduation details, then you have this master's and professional degree certificate details. Master's degree, if you've done some master's program like an MCom, please enter that. Professional degrees, if you have done CA, CS, ICWA, actuaries exams, please submit them here. That is going to be very important and helpful for you, especially in colleges like your IIM Kozhikode, where you get some additional marks for choosing finance and having the professional background available there. Once you have completed now the academic section, then comes our third section, which is the work experience. Work experience, people, please remember, very, very important. The work ex will be only what you have done after completion of your graduation. So let's say you were doing BCom and while that you were studying and working together full time, 6 hours a day, well paid, which is there, but that will still be counted as internship. If you finished your graduation in June 2022, work ex has to be something which is after June 2022. So please take a note of that. Choose the industry type which you belong to. The work experience has to be in days as of date July 31st, 2023. So if you are still working there, you will count the days which are there from the start date till 31st of July and enter that, even if you are still working in the same organization. For freshers, please leave this blank. Do not enter anything. Just move to the next section, which is your programs section. Okay. In programs here, there are multiple program options. PGP, FABM, EPGP, PhDs, different options. The one which is normal MBA program are called as either PGP or MBA. So when you are selecting, choose all the possible IIMs that you are looking to apply to. PGP, FABM is your family business management. For IIM Ahmedabad, similarly all the other IIMs, choose the program you are applying for. If you have 5+ years of experience, then you can also choose the executive programs. Okay. For each program, once you are done selection of the programs, you have to also mention the interview city preference. You have 2 city preferences to give, city preference 1 and 2 for all of them. While selecting, select all the IIMs, don't skip any of them. Later on, it's your choice whether you want to join or not. Right now, apply to all the IIMs so that you have your options open when you are going for interviews and final selection. Okay, after entering and selecting your programs, then comes your test city. This is where you will be taking the exam. So you have preferred city options, 6 options which you have to give. So you can give your 6 city preference options to write the exam. Wherever you can go and write it. Don't choose vacation destinations out here. Choose something where you do not mind traveling and going, because वहाँ पे जाके exam लिखना है and अच्छे से scores भी लेके आने हैं. So please make sure you take that in mind, and accordingly you enter your city preferences and submit that. Once you have submitted all of these, you come to the final page, which is your payment page. Here you have to make your payment, select the options, and you can make the payment. But before you make the payment, do one small task, which is of preview your entire application form. Go through it thoroughly so that there are no mistakes. Check out your user ID, date of birth, phone number, email address, full name, which is going to come on your scorecards as well. Then check out, very importantly, your academic details, which is your graduation, the stream, the academic scores, 10th, 12th also, the percentage and scores, keep it correct. Work experience details, preference, everything is fine, good. Then go ahead and make the payment and submit the application form. Alright, so I hope this video was helpful for all of you to understand step by step where and how to go about with your CAT application form. Please don't make any mistakes. Remember, this is the most important thing for your admission process, the first step. While submitting, you need to have certain documents handy with you while you are filling the form. Keep a note of that. You need your 10th, 12th graduation mark sheets, your certificates, which is your category certificate, SC, ST, NC, OBC, EWS, PWD certificates, because you will have to upload them. You need to have a passport size photograph in a white or an off-white background only, and it has to be a proper shoulder length front face photographs. Very important, guys, if you wear spectacles, please make sure the picture also has the same, and let it be something which is as recent as 1 or 2 months, so that you do not have any chaos at the center. Lastly, you need a copy of your signature. If you don't have digital signatures, it's very simple. Take a piece of paper, sign, click a picture and upload that, and that's it. Alright, so please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for all the updates with respect to colleges, application forms, exam application forms, preparation strategies. We'll make sure you are updated step by step on how to proceed with all of them.